To me, the men day is all about, the hall of 500 men and everyone standing up here. I want to cry today.
Wow.
Right. The way we had tried unboxing women, we should try to unbox men.
Lovely, lovely thought. I welcome Shailesh. You're transforming India because you are on that leadership profile where you can make a big impact. एक काम करते हैं फॉर मेन, मैं फाउंडर होता हूँ या को फाउंडर होता हूँ, कंट्री हेड, वाइस प्रेसिडेंट, डायरेक्टर, लेट्स टेक इट ऑल अवे. व्हाट इज दैट वन थिंग दैट ऑलवेज विल रिमेन विद यू?
Who are you without your titles, your possessions, your wealth? If people are respecting you beyond your chair, you have covered some distance.
Yes, you've made a difference.
First point is the belief. So universe, it keeps sending you a signals and you should latch up on those signals, paint a picture, you should try to fill it with the colors and you should send it back to universe. Now, if you're earning 10 lakh rupee in a year, actually you are rich. And even if you're earning 100 crores in a year, you are very, very poor in front of many.
Many.
It is about living today, not about becoming tomorrow. You should invest yourself here, in your people, in your technology, doing innovation, ideations. That will happen for sure. Life is the compounding effect. We are too much hassled with the goals. Life has no goal. Life is mystery to be lived. Antarman is about embracing, not escaping. You're the CEO of your life. Hire, promote accordingly.
Hi everyone, I am Pallavi Mehra on Beliefs on Board, and today is the day when I'm talking to a person who's just not transforming leadership but transforming the patterns of thinking that is very important to create a base of leadership. I welcome Shailesh, and I was with him and I was listening to him in the section 1, which was amazingly put, and the thoughts that he had were actually the ones who provoked people to make a change in themselves. So welcome, Shailesh.
Thank you, Pallavi.
And I'm very happy that you're just not transforming your own life. You're transforming India because you are on that leadership profile where you can make a big impact. Few things as a person that I would like to ask you is, आप मुझे बताइए, what is growth mindset as per you?
Growth to me is very relative term. We say that company grew by 10% growth, company grew by 15% growth,
Right.
20% growth. When it is numeric and when it is relative, it is not growth. When it is beyond numbers, it is growth. Growth is a very inclusive term. To me, growth is about the way you are evolving, the way your people are evolving,
Yes.
the way your institution is evolving. What is the point, for 10, 20 years, you grew by 10%, 12%, you have made money, but your institution has not grown. There is a reason why India is known by Tatas, not by others.
By true.
The fact when none of the Tata companies is number one in any sphere of the work they do. But then it is not about ranks. It is not about whether you're number 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. I think it is about the inclusive thinking which they developed and nurtured. So growth to me is that if there is a funnel, whether you are moving from A to B and from B to C, and if you are moving from A to B and B to C swiftly, you're growing.
You're growing.
Rest everything is numeric metrics.
Numbers.
Numbers.
Right.
So yeah.
Since we are doing this specially for Men's Day,
Yeah.
do men actually understand what growth is, or they are still just thinking, क्योंकि ये हमारी सोसाइटी की कंडीशनिंग है, सारी जिम्मेदारी आपके कंधों पे है. But do you think that men really talk about this, या उनको यही दिखता है कि मैं, आपने जैसे बोला, न्यूमेरिक ग्रोथ करूंगा या परसेंटेज ग्रोथ करूंगा या टाइटल ग्रोथ करूंगा, वो ही ग्रोथ है? Do they really talk about it?
See, I think there are two sides to this question. And first is about men in India are quite boxed, right?
Yes.
मर्द को दर्द नहीं हो सकता, ठीक है, मर्द को तो दर्द होता है. Pain is inevitable. ठीक है, बिकॉज पेन कम्स फ्रॉम एग्जिस्टेंस एंड यू आर पार्ट ऑफ एग्जिस्टेंस. ओके, तो बट वो 83 में पीयूष पांडे ने लाइन लिखी, मर्द को दर्द नहीं होता, एंड इट बिकेम सो पॉपुलर. बट द फंडामेंटल टू इज दैट, बट दैट्स अ बिलीफ एक्चुअली, कि मर्द है तो दर्द नहीं होगा, या मर्द रो नहीं सकता. मर्द तो रोता है, 100% रोता है. मोस्ट ऑफ द मेन क्राई. So I think first step for men is to go beyond that. The men unboxing is very important in this country. Actually, some of it has been developed by men themselves, and some of it has been developed over the period of time for XYZ reasons, right? So first and foremost, embrace yourself as a human being. That's more critical. It's not necessarily that if you are a man, that then obviously you necessarily need not to cry. And that's so myopic, and that's so trivial, right? Because you're just defying the very existence which you have as man, right? So that is one. Second is that personally I feel a lot of people, not necessarily everyone, a lot of people actually get into a very conventional definition of growth.
Yes.
मेरा सैलरी आज 50,000 है तो कल 1 लाख हो जाए. मेरा घर एक सर्टेन स्क्वायर फीट का है तो वो हो जाए. आप देखोगे कि ग्रोथ अक्सर नंबर से लिमिटेड हो जाती है, एंड द मोमेंट इट गेट्स लिमिटेड बाय नंबर्स, एक्चुअली यू लूज द एसेंस ऑफ अ ग्रोथ. बिकॉज आई कैन टेल यू दैट you should chase your own you evolving as a better human being, a growth driven human being is what should be the primary criteria. Rest everything follows. I've done it myself. I keep sharing this thought with everyone. The moment you make growth very numeric centric, growth becomes very stale for you.
Yes.
Right. Why not to do something after 40? Why not to do something at 60? Why not to do something at 55? All these are myopic ways of looking at things. If you have grown yourself from, say, a kid to a teenager to a man, then as a man also you need to change yourself from A to B to C to D.
Yes.
Okay. Also, I think, I just look, I always tell that, when you look back, how did you behave at 22? How did you behave at 32? And if you're behaving the same way, then there is a problem.
True. You
need to introspect. You need to introspect. Nobody is going to come and teach you that you need to behave differently at 42 or 32 than the way you behaved at 22.
Absolutely.
Okay. I think this constant introspection is growth.
True.
Every evening you're talking to yourself, am I doing better than yesterday as a human, as a man, as someone who's owning up? Growth will follow.
Yes, growth will be a byproduct of your actions.
Absolutely.
And more importantly, I feel जो आप बात कर रहे हो वो ये कहना चाह रहे हो कि numbers के पीछे भागोगे तो आप legacy वैसी create करोगे कि सिर्फ numbers के पीछे ही बाकी लोग भाग रहे हैं. But if actually work on yourself, you actually change the way your family thinks. That impact is going to be ever, long
I tell
lasting.
you a very small example. One of my team members long back actually came to me. So I really want to grow to this level, and he was some senior manager, and he wanted to get to next level. So and I asked him that, are you demonstrating something which gives me a belief that you are ready for that? So it says, yeah, sir, I am demonstrating. Whatever is that, sir? I am delivering 120%. I'm like, that's what world has made you believe so. I can get 100 people actually who can deliver 120%. The idea is not that. I get a confidence that you are already demonstrating. The level which you are not at is the day when you are ready.
True.
Right. So you need not to come to me that, since I'm delivering 120%, please promote me or please elevate me. I will get that sense.
Right.
But right now that demonstration is not there. Fortunately, probably he took some cues from this conversation and finally he grew.
Lovely. आप एक सर्कल में ऑसिलेट कर रहे हो, आपके सेम हैबिट्स हैं, आप सेम चीजें रीड कर रहे हो, आप सेम तरीके की लाइफस्टाइल जी रहे हो, एंड देन यू आर मीटिंग द सिमिलर पीपल, यू आर ऑलवेज बाउंड इन दैट सर्कल, एंड देन यू आर ऑलवेज चेजिंग वो वाले गोल्स कि अच्छा वो कर रहा है तो मैं कर लूं, बट व्हाट्स योर पर्सनल गोल?
Absolutely.
एंड आई फील आदमी को समय ही नहीं मिलता ये रिफ्लेक्ट करने के लिए, बिकॉज टू थिंग्स, एक तो उसका पर्सनल गोल पीछे रह जाता है जब प्रोफेशनल गोल आगे आ जाता है, एंड मेंटोर्स नहीं मिलते हैं चीज समझा सकें. You know, like you said, you just mentioned कि मैंने numbers के लिए उनको नहीं बोला, but is your mindset evolved? Are you ready to take that leap of faith?
Yeah.
But अगर वो समझे तो well and good, but certain people समझ ही नहीं पाएंगे how depth आपकी बात में है. So आप एक बहुत कॉम्पिटिटिव इंडस्ट्री में है. इट्स एवर इवॉल्विंग. आज कुछ नया, दूसरा कल. एंड एवरी मैन, यू नो, आई विल नॉट से, बट वो हमेशा ये कहते हैं कि यू नो बहुत चीजें चेंज हो रही हैं, बहुत सारी चीजों के बीच में हो. बट यू हैव ऑलवेज केप्ट दैट कॉम्पिटिटिव एज. यू आर द कंट्री हेड ऑफ बिग FM, एंड इट्स अ होल लॉट ऑफ यू नो ह्यूज रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी दैट पीपल डोंट इवन रियलाइज. So how do you keep yourself, you know, ahead of the curve?
No, I think you don't need to keep yourself ahead of the curve. I think that thinking itself is not correct. I keep saying this thing. If you are reading which everyone else is reading, you will think the way everything else,
Yes.
everyone else will think, right? And if you're thinking the way everyone else is thinking, you will do the same which everyone else is doing. And if you do the same which everyone else is doing, you will get the same thing which everyone else is doing.
True.
Right? This starts from very fundamental thing, right? And which is that I need to be better at what I'm doing. So I read better, for sure, than many, right? And obviously there are many who will read better than me. But that's the way I keep myself informed, much better than anyone else for that matter. I tell you, I came to media in 2018, and for good 13 years, I was understanding about that industry. Every day I used to read about it and thinking it very firmly that I will work for media one day.
Wow.
Right. And this was when I was in consumer banking, right? Nothing to do with the media. But everything is compounding, right? Because the moment you feel that you need to do something from tomorrow, it can't come to you,
Yes.
right? You need to give time and you need to forego a lot of stuff, right? So when maybe my friends were busy hanging around and, you know, over drinks, I was reading something else.
Yes.
Right. So that is the choice you make for yourself.
Yeah.
So this thinking, the entire thinking that I need to be ahead, no, you will be ahead for sure.
Yes.
Because trust me, world is not very competitive. That's again some false impression, you
Absolutely,
know.
absolutely.
Right. It's not very competitive because very few people are doing the right thing. And if you are in that circle, you are bound to grow.
And they're doing it consistently.
And they're doing it consistently.
Yes.
So I think reading definitely one, you keep yourself informed, updated on what is happening in world economy, globally, Indian economy. You know, that gives you a lot of cues, a lot of understanding, you know. Read good stuff about people who have done wonders,
Yes.
you know, globally. Again, no template, but you need to know and you need to be aware. Third, I keep saying, important to lose friends,
Yeah.
right?
Very
And
important.
unless you are losing friends, you are not growing.
Yes.
If you're maintaining the same friends at 50, same set of people you when you were at 20, either they have not grown or you have not grown. Right. So one of them is true. So I think it's very important that we detach sometime ourselves from our core template of what is needed for me. See, you will require a different you every day.
Very true. Very true.
And let me tell you that a lot of people feel that if they have gone through difficulties, challenges, you know, they have not met so nice people in life. I'm telling you, everyone is required for new you. And the people who have given you a pain are required.
They're the most important.
And they're the
people.
most important
Yes.
ones. Right?
Yes.
People who have given you happiness are required.
Yes.
Everyone is required. Because all of them put together create a new you.
Absolutely.
Which is like, and that entity is ready to take any challenge. So I think and again, this is my favorite saying that one needs to be, in order to grow as a human, one needs to be selflessly selfish. And selfless because you need to think good for everyone. You don't need to hurt anyone, and you don't need to curse anyone, and you don't need to take any revenge. You should be selfless. That okay, let good happen with people, but you need to be very, very selfish when it comes to you.
Very true.
That what is needed for you. So be selflessly selfish.
This is so nice.
That is the only way to grow as a human. And no regret for being selfless, and no regret for being selfish.
Wow, very true. Selfish होना कहीं जगह जरूरी भी है, क्योंकि वो आपको एक bond, it gives you a boundary which you don't have to cross. Like we were just discussing that you don't need to know कि क्या करना है, वो तो आपको पता है क्या करना है, but you need to know कि क्या नहीं करना है, कब stop करना है. Coming on to men, I've always realized कि they don't have conditioning कि हम अपनी बात रखें. और जैसे ही आप उनको बोलते हो ना अपनी बात रखो, I've always seen थोड़ा चिड़चिड़ापन आता है. Whether it's office, whether it's home, but where in corporate world में he's more comfortable रखने में. But जैसे he comes home, there is a discomfort that comes. And I feel vulnerability is very, very important. चाहे वो मेल हो चाहे फीमेल हो. What is your take on it? कि जितना वो अपने आप को एक्सप्रेस करता है, जैसे आपके जूनियर ने एक्सप्रेस किया, सर आई नीड अ प्रमोशन. He expressed himself. But if he wants his wife to do something, take some step, like Aman Gupta said, 40 साल तक मेरी वाइफ की वजह से घर चलता था. She gave me that space where I can explore and find my purpose and then explode. Right? How important you think for a man to go and discuss at home? Ki this is what I'm wanting and this is what you have to help me with.
See, I think it is a journey because, as a man, most of the people are conditioned not to do that thing. Okay. And that is the biggest hindrance to your growth as a human, as a man also. Okay. Again, I'll say that it's very important to choose right people around, right? As you say that we are average of the 5 people we are surrounded with.
Perfect.
Okay. And I'm telling you that you need to choose your 5 people. Right. Most of the time, and it is not about like they being wrong or right. It is nothing to do with that. We all have relatives and people in our community who are not like us, and nothing against them, right? But it is just the way you want to become, and that is why it's very. See, there is a journey of the relentless pursuit of becoming something. Again, I'm telling you, it is about unbecoming something.
Yes, it's being who you are actually in the moment.
You are, because and since as a man we are conditioned that चलो office में discuss कर लेते हैं, let's talk to colleagues, bosses, कौन जाके घर में
True.
माथा खोले.
And secondly, female इतना सारा बोल रही होती है कि उसने छोटी-छोटी चीजें क्या करी.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think it is a very conditioning actually that hits us. And that makes us a very, very temporalized version of a man.
Yeah. And I feel this is the belief system that needs to be changed.
Absolutely. Men should come forward. Men should proudly declare their tears.
Very true.
Right? Men should proudly declare their emotions. They can cry. They can have emotions. They can feel vulnerable. They can feel weak. Right? There is See, what is alpha male? There's a concept called alpha male now, right? And daily we are discovering new concept. What is alpha male? And most of the people actually believe alpha male. Obviously they have seen Kabir Singh, so they have a different definition of alpha male. But alpha male to me is not about masculinity. It is about being considerate. It is about being thoughtful. It is about being gentle with women. It is about being very pragmatic, the way you behave, approach, walk, right? Why alpha male is about everything which is man-centric. It is about creating an environment which is more pleasant.
Yes.
And that to me is alpha male.
Right.
And if you're not alpha male in that sense, I think all other definitions are meaningless. Right? So I think we need to, again, and I had a very fundamental problem with films like Kabir Singh, not for any other reasons. It was great in the movie, but I think fundamentally to me is that it changes the way people look at man.
Yes.
Because if I think entire Understanding of man comes from the fact that he can slap anyone, and that is how
Masculinity.
he should be, then it is a sad departure
Yes.
from being a man.
True.
Alpha to me is being gentle, being nice,
Being inclusive.
and creating an environment which is diverse,
Very true.
creating an environment which is inclusive,
Yes.
and creating an environment which is participative. That is the best alpha man to me.
True.
So I think now what happens, people go watch such content, cinema, and I think nothing against Sandeep who made the film. Maybe they had different thoughts, but I think it is important that we watch and we reject. Because the moment we start grasping, see, change kya hota hai, Pallavi, is very slow,
Very true. Very gradual.
right? But it is strong. The 10-year down the line, we will see that the much more deteriorated version of Kabir Singh. That is the problem. So you cannot showcase Kabir Singh to a people who can't understand that how it works. Okay, and then 20 years down the line, there is a complete new definition of everyone. And most of the man actually get into that trap. Okay, that is what we are supposed to
To
behave.
be. Yes.
We are supposed to be. So if we are going back home, we are sharing our emotions with our wives.
Maybe we look
We are deemed weak.
That's the sad
We are perceived. ये क्या है ना, मतलब बहुत ही इतना वीक अपनी वाइफ से इमोशन शेयर कर रहा है कि यार ही इज फीलिंग वनरेबल बिकॉज ही इज नॉट गेटिंग प्रमोशन. अरे why can't you cry about it? Yeah, you should cry. Everyone cries.
It'll make life easier.
It makes life easier. It makes you lighter.
Yes.
Please do that.
Yes.
But again, so I think it is very important to detach oneself and really know that and that's a slightly sad part about how India has evolved on this part.
True.
But this is high time actually we start talking about it. Men's Day is more of a day. I don't believe in days for that matter. But one thing is for sure that men should be more gentle, and men should be more vulnerable. And they should proudly declare that they are vulnerable. They should proudly declare they are crying.
That shows the strength.
That shows the strength.
Absolutely.
And that day, I think to me, the Men Day is all about, the hall of 500 men and everyone standing up here, I want to cry today.
Wow.
Right. So I think that's to me the Men Day. Otherwise, there is no point celebrating Men Day because you're not like saying anything which is more critical and rooted.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And we need to change that. This unboxing, the way we had tried unboxing women in this country, we should try to unbox men.
Lovely thought. एक काम करते हैं, जैसे फॉर मेन हमेशा मैं देखती हूँ कि या तो टाइटल होता है, या मैं फाउंडर होता हूँ या को फाउंडर होता हूँ, या मैं आई एम अ कंट्री हेड, आई एम अ वाइस प्रेसिडेंट, आई एम अ डायरेक्टर. ये सब ले लेते हैं. लेट्स टेक इट ऑल अवे बिकॉज इसके साथ हम पैदा नहीं हुए थे. हाउ इम्पोर्टेंट, व्हाट इज दैट वन थिंग दैट ऑलवेज विल रिमेन विद यू जब ये सब चीजें हट जाती है? व्हाट इज द थॉट?
Yeah, I think thought is just to make sure that who are you?
Who are you? Wow.
Right. And who are you without your titles?
Yes.
Your possessions?
Yes.
Your wealth?
Yes.
And anything which is attached to you. You are a pure conscious.
You're
And if it is a pure conscious, then you should assume that, and I keep saying in my arena and my circle that if people are respecting you beyond your chair,
You've made a difference.
you have covered some distance.
Yes, you've grown.
Right.
Yes.
And assume, a lot of people call me and say that how should I check who are my people? And then I tell them that leave everything which is attached to you, and maybe your title, your position, everything, and just assume that if you go to them, how will they treat you?
Yes.
You will find your people.
Wow.
Right? And people who make you feel calm, who make you less anxious, who make you less vulnerable are your people. So my point to your question is that who am I is the very fundamental journey and discovery one should have. Because the moment you realize that then you feel that you have come here with certain objective.
Purpose.
There is a reason that existence has chosen you.
Very true.
Otherwise, you would have born as a dog or as a cat or someone else.
Yes.
You're born as a human.
Human. Yes.
And if you behave the way the animals behave, then there is a problem, right? So you need to get away from mind, because mind is very bipolar, right? And it has only 2-3 objectives. But when you think of consciousness, then there is a larger objective. You try to find your purpose, why, and trust me, if you keep searching, you'll find your purpose. There is no one actually who will help you with the answer, right? And the moment you discover that, you start making an attempt on that, right? And it's less to do with your title, and that you can do anything, in along with like what you're already doing. But the moment you find that, you find a picture. And I keep saying that a lot of people say that, how will it happen? मतलब मैं कहीं एक सूरत में बैठा हूँ या कहीं कोल्हापुर में बैठा हूँ, all of a sudden I find a purpose कि मुझे ये करना है, तो मतलब I have no path, right? I have no direction. There is no mentor. There is no funding, right? Something like that, right? Nothing of these things are needed, to be honest, because the first point is the belief. And I keep saying that, existence or universe आपको propel करता रहता है आपके purpose के लिए. It keeps sending you signals. It keeps sending you triggers, right? You all of a sudden you feel good and excited about something. So there is a reason, right? When you're going to sleep, that you think about something. Should I do this? These are the signals, and you should latch up on those signals. You should try to paint a picture. You should try to fill it with the colors. You should draw the outlines, and you should send it back to universe. And I can tell you, universe will help you with the longer life, with the better life, and with the tools that can get you to that.
Very true.
But point is that we ignore our triggers.
True.
And we are good in that.
That's how the conditioning is.
Yeah, and that is how conditioning works, because you should stop yourself. So I'm not a party person, just to tell you that. Like, though I'm in the industry which is all about parties, right? But that's a conscious choice, right? I still feel that reading mantra is better than going to a pub. But it's okay, nothing against pub. But I go to pub also. But the fact remains, you have to make your choices. And the moment you realize your choices are independent of a baggage, and your choices are independent of a validation, then you have arrived.
You've arrived, right?
And this is where it should go. That the moment you get into that mode, that I've arrived, I need to make my decision that who am I is answered. And at least you try getting to know. And then you're free from this title and other stuff.
Right.
You don't care about it. And you start doing that journey, which is much more impactful for you as a human and also for people around you.
Yes, like you spoke about Antarman. And you think that वो ही एक जगह है जहाँ actually आपको रहना चाहिए.
Absolutely.
और आपकी जर्नी में ग्रोथ माइंडसेट दिखता भी है. You said मुझे पता नहीं था मैं कैसे मीडिया में आने वाला हूँ, बट आने वाला हूँ. Let's see. I started reading, I started ways, और that manifested. यही हुआ. Now आपने अभी एक बात करी पर्पस की. आप मुझे बताओ, like you rightly said, people are running behind searching purpose. Men, women, दोनों भाग रहे हैं, ठीक है? क्योंकि अभी ikigai is the word. है ना, आप अपना पर्पस ढूंढो. फर्स्ट थिंग, डू यू थिंक पर्पस नीड्स टू बी विद अटैचमेंट ऑफ फाइनेंसेस सो इट गोज लॉन्ग टर्म?
See, the moment purpose has finances, it is not a purpose.
It is not a purpose.
Because you are adding metrics, you are adding numerics. Any purpose cannot be numerized. Purpose cannot be mathematically derived and defined. Purpose is that you want to grow gardens, you want to draw paintings, you want to sing, you want to dance. This has no purpose. And frankly speaking, The goal is a very meaningless term, trust me. Life has no goal.
Life is to live.
Life is mystery to be lived. Because every moment, every day, we all are unfolding. What is that? What is it about that life is no goal? Life is not meant to have any goal. Because the moment you think, the moment you decide that I want to swim or I want to dance today, you go and dance. That's it.
That's it.
Don't worry about the scale. Universe will help you with the scale because you have taken one
You
step.
have taken the first step. Yes.
And if you have taken the step, rest assured, you are born without your work. You come here as a child, right? What is the contribution you have to that? Nothing.
Nothing. Nothing. True.
You grow as a child, you become a responsible teenager. What is your contribution? Nothing. Your parents have a contribution. So if half of your life is a contribution by others, what do you think that if you by thinking too much on the objectives, actually you will achieve those objectives? No. It is just about, it's just like a child, like who starts scrolling, and one day he takes one step and there is no mother around.
True.
And all of a sudden, mother sees at the kid and says, okay, let me capture the moment. Okay, Instagrammable, but yeah. So point is that is the moment a child takes first step. Most of the time, 90% child actually take their first step on themselves. Mother does not help. And all of a sudden it comes as a surprise. In the evening, in the late night, in the morning, early morning, all of a sudden child starts doing, and child all of a sudden stands on their own feet. That is how life should be.
That is all.
Why to have finances? Why to have numeric and maths to it? Because the moment you add math and finances, you make it very transactional. And then you have goals karenge. But purpose is not a corporate institution. It is not a year-on-year thing. It can start anytime. Yeah, it can grow. And even if you have goals like that, it will create an impact. I will have a population that is, say, 10 million people who will get impacted by this initiative.
Right.
The spreading. People should know that, this has been done by someone who has potentially impacted lives of people.
Very true. Very true.
Imagine the kind of a legacy when, you're gone and, people are watching your videos and people are talking about your work, and that has created so much of an impact.
True.
And trust me, and even the finances, everything is relative. If you're earning 10 lakh rupee in a year, actually you are rich than many millions of people. And even if you're earning 100 crores in a year, you are very, very poor in front of many.
Many, true.
So it's very, very relative.
Yeah.
The point is that, as I tell you, that the problem is that we keep on searching to become better, bigger, and more scalable with every day. And that itself is so demeaning, because it is about living today, not about becoming tomorrow. Your present should be so focused, you should be so focused in present that you are not worried about future. And the moment you are invested in present, trust me, your future is great.
Very true.
Any which ways. So I think conceptually people should turn to the fact that living in the moment, the nowness of the things,
very important.
And nowness of the events, nowness of the situation, nowness of the people are the most critical. There is no tomorrow.
And then you can try whatever you want and eventually reach it.
You keep on efforting, you're making an attempt, you keep drawing something, and you keep taking cues from what is happening around it. You keep, as I said, I was addressing my team in Punjab on 2nd of January this year, and having one session. And someone asked me, "Sir, what do you think that we should do this year?" They expected some answer which is more to do with the targets and number. That I don't talk targets and numbers at all. I said, okay, if you want to follow it, and they are quite close to me because they have been working for a while with me. So I said, okay, how many of you read? So, say out of 40, 50 people on the call, 5-6 people raised their hand that they read. And I said, what about others? So they said, name. Like, okay, do one thing, right? If you want to read, just read one page every day. Every day, single new page. It should be new thing, which you have not read earlier. And It's now almost 7-8 months. A few people reached out to me. They have read 300 pages.
Wow.
And when I asked them that what is the difference, so they said, I'm speaking better, I'm looking better, and people feel that I'm talking sense and much more sense than I'm like, who said that you're making more sense? Your wife, your kid, your parents. So yeah, a lot of them.
Out of them.
I'm like, that is how this journey unfolds. But it is not about like you are not thinking about September in January. You are just starting.
It's starting.
Let's read one single page every day. I think that is how life is. Let's read it today. It will happen 300 pages, but it will only happen in September and October.
Very true. Very true.
So I think, frankly speaking, we are too much hassled with future. We are too much hassled with
Obsessed
goals.
हो जाते हैं actually.
We are too much hassled with the goals. इतना हमने अपने आप पर बर्डन डाल रखा है ना हर चीज का. मैं इस साल में इतना ITR भर लूं. मैं इस साल का. See, that is where the problem lies, because the input to output thing is not happening. Output to input is happening. And that is so demeaning, because the fact remains you cannot reach to this level unless you put yourself here. Most of the people are putting themselves there.
True.
I can tell you 90% of Indian listed companies don't achieve their target.
Yeah.
The genesis of the problem is that they are making targets.
They're making targets.
You should work here. You should invest yourself here, in your people, in your technology, in your, doing innovation, ideations. That will happen for sure. That is how life is. Life is the compounding effect. Life is not like derived by designing goals कि मैं 2 साल में ये कर लूँ, 5 साल में यहाँ बड़ा बन जाऊँ, or maybe the lakhs of followers. That is not the way it works. Even if your one follower is coming every day, it is good, because it's compounding at the end of the day.
It's your genuine actions.
It's a genuine action. So I think, I think I think most of the people understand that how this is unfolded, I think it is easier.
It's easier. And also, more importantly, आप जो बात कह रहे हो, since you have seen corporate life since so long, I feel जो आप अपने लेवल पे सीख रहे हो, because now that you have gone through that journey, जो लाखों करोड़ों लोग उस जर्नी में आ रहे हैं, and if you are able to teach them that at the start, जो आपने अभी बात बोली थी थोड़े टाइम पहले, कि लीडरशिप वो होती है जो आप रेप्लिकेट कर सकते. You can teach them life, and numbers will automatically happen. तो ये एक बहुत रेयर चीज है जो काफी लेट समझ में आती है, बट जब भी कोई इम्प्लीमेंट करता है, इट्स अ बेनिफिट. इट वाज लाइक अमेजिंग टॉकिंग टू यू. और दूसरी चीज ये मुझे लगा कि कंट्री हेड ऐसा सोचता है या सिर्फ नंबर्स एंड उन चीजों के पीछे भाग रहे होते हैं, बट यस, सिंस यू सेड कि नहीं, वी आर बियॉन्ड दैट. आज हम समझ नहीं पाते क्योंकि हम उस जर्नी पे नहीं है, बट आपने उस जर्नी को क्रॉस करके.
And I tell you, just to add to your point, see, we should continuously learn to detach ourselves from many things which we do, right? Frankly, to me, life, I want to witness my life, and I witness my life every day. Trust me. And I was telling to her also the same point, that every single day I believe in introspecting. I'm just witnessing myself, the way I'm behaving with people, I'm working with people, the way I talk to people. Every single day I witness, because witnessing is more important than why to be doer all the time.
Awareness is so important.
Awareness is so important. You have to witness what is happening around you, what is happening with you, how you are unfolding in the process. But we become doers so much that journey of awakening and journey of awareness actually becomes very, very dim.
और बहुत लेट आती है.
And बहुत लेट आती है. I think,
very true.
That is how it is.
And one more thing that I would like you to ask, the last thing that I would like you to ask, कि अंतर्मन that you feel कि बहुत important है कि अपने आप को जानो. You are a product of your environment, and then you take actions जिसमें वो एनवायरमेंट ग्रो करेगा, आप ऑटोमेटिकली ग्रो करोगे. व्हाट इज योर मैसेज टू पीपल हु आर वाचिंग दिस, कि वन लाइन और मे बी समथिंग यू कैन टेल अबाउट अंतर्मन, व्हाट यू सी, जो आपने अब शुरू किया है, व्हाट इज द इम्पैक्ट गोना हैपन एंड हाउ पीपल विल बी चेंजिंग देयर लाइफ इफ दे गेट इनसाइड themselves?
Yeah, I think I'll repeat the same thing. telling her the same thing that, Antarman is about embracing, not escaping. And we are continuously escaping, we are continuously running away from our questions, right? And we don't want to answer our questions of life. And we don't want to encounter. It makes us feel uncomfortable. It makes us feel more anxious. What are we doing with our life, right? But you have to answer that question.
Someday you have to,
Someday
right?
you
Why
have
not
to,
face it
and
now?
why not to face it today? And this journey is very profound, because the moment you grasp this understanding, that it makes your life richer.
Richard.
And I can tell you that everything you do, I've been in a corporate world, so people cannot say that I've not seen that side, or I continue
Very
to
true.
see that side of the world. And I can tell you, it just makes your life richer. It makes conversation so easy. It makes, like, your interaction, relationship so better.
Easy.
Easy,
Yeah.
right?
Transparent.
People feel comfortable. They come to you, they talk to you, and I feel very good. I was in, say, Surat recently, and a person probably who had recently joined, it just came to me after my session that says, I want to talk to you 101 for 5 minutes. I've never spoken to any national in my life. He's a Nick guy, and I was so happy, because maybe my session actually encouraged him to be courageous enough to come to me. But that is how life should be. Why to be fearful of people and hierarchies, right? So I think it makes your life easier. It is just not about your own discovery. It is also about making your relationships, making connections with people easier, comfortable, pleasant, right? And less hassle. You will be less hassled the moment you catch on to this journey, because you know that how it is going to unfold for you, right? And the moment we get there, because there is nothing to seek. The problem is that we continuously seek from external world,
And very attached to
and
the
there,
outcome.
yeah. But as I keep saying, that God resides in you. You have to seek yourself only, and the moment that journey begins, it makes your life very, very easy. All of a sudden, your BP will go down. All of a sudden, you will actually less. You will get less anxious, and you will get less hassled, because these are not gift of anxiety, and as I keep saying, that the pain is inevitable in life in some form or other, but suffering is optional,
Suffering is optional.
right? If you don't want to suffer, take this journey.
And COVID is the biggest example. कुछ लोगों ने COVID को crisis लिया,
Yeah,
और कुछ लोगों ने COVID को opportunity ली. And since you are also from background of a finance, and you have seen
Yeah.
कि these 5 years
Yeah.
have been life changing for
Yeah,
people. So at
absolutely.
the end of the day, what I feel is कि crisis और opportunity भी
Yeah.
आपकी choice है.
Absolutely.
What do you make out of it?
Yeah, absolutely.
What do you man? Coming from you who has seen a corporate life, और जो लोगों को ये कह रहा है कि झाँको अंदर.
Yeah.
And being a man,
Yeah.
it's very difficult.
Yeah.
कि I'm ready to take that journey.
Corporate people and actually people who are venturing on their own are the biggest example. They should definitely do this, because the life is lost into numbers and
Yeah.
this thing, which is not bad. I'm not saying that's one
important,
side
but
of the
not only the
story,
thing.
but it is not the only thing.
Yes.
And it is all less about anything else, but more about your own life. You are the owner of your life. You are the CEO of your life. Hire, fire,
Promote accordingly.
accordingly, and
True.
that is how life should be.
That-
Right? Why to give these
Yes.
keys to someone else?
Lovely. And I'm so grateful that you were here and we could address something that men really don't talk or are not comfortable to talk on. But I think now, after listening to us, people would take that first step कि मैं चाहे corporate world में हूँ, चाहे मैं अपना business owner हूँ, but मैं खुद को introspect करूँ और अपने 5 लोगों को साथ
absolutely.
लेके चलूँ.
We are the average of
Rest
5.
everything is noise and move forward.
Yes.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you,
so much.
Pallavi. My pleasure is all mine, and my best wishes for Beliefs on Board.
Thank you
It's a
so
good
much.
initiative. It's a different initiative, I'll say that, and it has its own pivot in terms of what the kind of work which you guys are trying to do. And I'm very hopeful that anything which actually has a potential to impact and bring impact, difference in people's life is a great noble cause, right? And my best wishes that you scale it up and you invite me again and again.
Absolutely, we're happy to have you on board. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
so
Thank you.
much.
Thank you.
Now he must be feeling happy because he was the first person to question that woman empowerment कर रहे हो, men empowerment कभी करोगे नहीं करोगे.
बिल्कुल. He's the one.
He always
Between-
keeps questioning.